The Israelites were fruitful and multiplied greatly. The land of Egypt is filled with them.
A new Pharaoh, who did not know about Joseph, came to power in Egypt.
The Israelites have become too numerous for us. We must deal with them or they will become even more numerous. If war breaks out, they will join our enemies and they will leave the country.
So they put slave masters over them. They oppressed them with forced labor.
They made them build store cities for Pharaoh. But the more they were oppressed,
The more they multiplied and spread. The Egyptians came to dread the Israelites. They worked them hard.
they made their lives bitter with hard labor in brick and mortar.
And all kinds of work in the fields.
The Egyptians worked them hard.
Pharaoh gave a command to the Hebrew midwives.
When you help the Hebrew women in childbirth and see the baby born, if it is a boy, kill him. If it is a girl, let her live.
We feared God and did not do as Pharaoh had instructed us. We let the boys live.
Why have you done this? Why have you let the boys live?
Hebrew women are not like Egyptian women. They are so strong that they give birth before we arrive.
So God was kind to the midwives.
And the people became even more numerous.
And because we feared God, He gave us families of our own.
So Pharaoh gave a new order to all his people.
Every Hebrew boy that is born must be thrown into the Nile, but let every girl live.
Now a man of half the Levite married a Levite woman. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son, and she hid him for 3 months.
When she could hide it no longer, she got a papyrus basket and coated it with tar and pitch.
She placed the child in the basket and placed it in the reed along the Nile River.
I stood at a distance to see what would happen to him. I was his sister. I went up the Nile to bathe, and my attendants were with me.
She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her slave girl to get it.
I opened the basket, and I saw the baby. He was crying.
She felt sorry.
This is one of the Hebrew babies.
Shall I go and get one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you?
Yes, go. I would. Oh, take this baby and nurse it for me, and I'll pay you.
So the woman took back her own baby and nursed it.
When the child grew over, she took him to Pharaoh's daughter. And he became her son, and she named him Moses.
Which means I drew him out of the water.
One day, after Moses had grown up,
He went out where his own people were. He watched them after hard labor.
he saw an Egyptian reading Hebrew.
One of my own people.
Glancing this way and that, and seeing no one,
I killed the Egyptian, and I hid his body in the sand.
The next day he went.
he saw 2 Hebrews fighting.
Why are you hitting your Hebrew
The man asked, "Who made you rule and a judge over us? Or you think you're killing me too, like you killed the Egyptian?" Moses was afraid.
Someone must have seen what I did.
When Pharaoh heard about it, he tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh.
I want to live in Midian.
He sat down by a well. Now a priest of Midian had 7 daughters.
They came to draw water to water his father's flock.
came along and drove them away.
God heard their groaning.
But I got up, came to their rescue, and watered their flocks.
When the girls returned to their father, he had asked them why they were returned so early.
They said that an Egyptian had rescued them from the shepherds.
He had dropped water from them and watered their flocks.
The fathers asked to invite the man to have something to eat.
Moses agreed to stay.
The man gave his daughter Zipporah to Moses in marriage. Zipporah gave birth to a son.
Moses named him Gershom and said,
I've become an alien in a foreign land.
During that long period of time, the Pharaoh of Egypt died, and a new Pharaoh rose to take his place.
The Israelites still groaned in their slavery. They cried out, and their cry for help went up to God.
God heard their groaning.
He remembered his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
So God looked on the Israelites and was concerned about them.
Past, when Moses was in a foreign land,
He became a shepherd.
And God spoke to him in a burning bush.
Moses, I have heard the cries of my people, and I want you to lead them out of slavery.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
God, who am I to lead these people? I can't free the people. They won't listen to me.
Moses, do not be afraid. I will be with you every step of the way.
Okay, Lord, I will go. And then I'm going to say, let my people go. Oh, snap. You tell them, Moses.
so they went to Pharaoh's palace to confront the Pharaoh.
Let my people go.
How about no?
Oh.
But God wanted to show that he meant business. He wanted to show Pharaoh his great power.
So he had Moses put down his staff.
And it became a snake. But when Pharaoh's magicians heard this saying, God was just going to turn the slaves into snakes. Pharaoh thought he could not match God's power. Big mistake.
So God had Moses turn the Nile River into
But when Pharaoh's magicians could do the same, Pharaoh hardened his heart.
Then God sent gnats to cover Egypt. So frogs.
Then God sent frogs to cover the land. But when the magicians could do that too, Pharaoh hardened his heart.
Then God sent gnats to cover Egypt.
And Pharaoh's magicians could not do the same.
But Pharaoh still would not let the people go. So then God covered the land with flies. I'm a fly this time.
But Pharaoh still would not let his people go.
Then God killed all the livestock.
But Pharaoh still would not let his people go. locusts to eat all the crops.
But Pharaoh still would not let his people go.
Then God covered the sun, and the darkness filled the land of Egypt.
And Pharaoh almost changed his mind.
Ow. No.
Pharaoh
Would not let his
people go. So God had to do one more thing to show Pharaoh that he meant business.
Moses, I will strike down the firstborn of every person in a household in Egypt. But in order for you to be spared, you must put the blood of the Passover lamb on your household.
Yes, Lord, I will tell the others.
So the Israelites did what God commanded, and their firstborns were spared.
But the Egyptians' firstborn were not.
including Pharaoh's son.
So Pharaoh decided,
Go! The people of Israel may leave Egypt!
So the people of Israel began their journey to the promised land.
On their way to the Red Sea, God led them with a pillar of smoke by day
And a pillar of fire by night.
but as they were journeying to the promised land, Pharaoh changed his mind.
I will show them. I will show all of them. Guards, get my chariot.
So Pharaoh and his men pursued the Israelites to the Red Sea. When the Israelites got to the Red Sea, God had Moses raise up his staff.
And God parted the Red Sea, and the Israelites walked through it.
But when Pharaoh's men tried to cross the Red Sea,
Ow.
God collapsed
God saved his people from Egypt, and after a period of wandering, he eventually led them to the promised land.
In today's story, we see an example of God's faithfulness. When God promises something, He will do it.
Know that when you pray, God hears you, just like you heard the cries of the people of Israel.
and know when you trust in Him, He will always be with you, just like He was with Moses and his people.
Yay! Everybody take a bow. All right.